So uncivilized.
Greetings and welcome to, you know what it is, Uncivilized Scoundrels Thursday. We've been on a hiatus, but we are back. So glad to have everybody here with us tonight. Everybody who decided to join in. We'll have a few scragglers coming in, but decided to do this today. Sorry for the delays and the late reminders, but life takes over. But we're here now. That's all it's about. I'm so glad to have everybody here with us. Great, interesting topics to talk about tonight. A few things we're going to kind of dabble into. We got Andor coming up next month, so I know a lot of people are excited about that. A few tidbits that we actually got about the Acolyte series. We got, a few sneak peeks at the Mandalorian trailer, season 3, that we're going to probably talk about, and also that interesting release that we actually got from Hot Toys, that Vader Deluxe from Obi-Wan. I know people are excited about that piece with split head sculpt. We'll talk about that. I'm super excited. So again, we got a lot to kind of chomp at. So I can't do this by myself without the crew. So I'm going to actually bring everybody in here. So glad to see everyone here. How you guys doing tonight?
Doing amazing, man. Dude, you got that song stuck in my head, bro. I got what you call it? I got a Public Enemy, bro.
I can't trust it. Can't trust it.
No.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Sorry about that. There was some behind the scenes stuff going on, and we
anyway,
trust me, it was funny. Anyway, so glad to have CC. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I've been keeping busy, so I'm excited to talk about things I probably missed. And even you said, "Oh, Andor's coming up next month," and I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, that's right. August.
Yeah.
It's, 2 days away. Well, the fuck, this year's just going by so fast.
Super quick.
It really
it's going by super quick, literally super quick. But it's exciting, it's still exciting times, whatever. We got that show coming up. It's 12 episodes, I think. And I'm excited about it. Some interesting tidbits that came out about it. From the writers and the producer and also Diego Luna himself. I'm excited about it. And again, what I'm really, really excited about is the simple fact that, I hate, I'm using this word, but I don't hate using this word because it's highly important. Representation is really, really important. And to have Diego Luna back, I'm super excited, man. I'm just excited for him. He's a great actor. And I loved his role as Andor in Rogue One. So that story being told, I'm just excited about it, man. I'm all in. So I cannot wait. I can't wait because that means finally I will get me an Andor Hot Toys figure. They better do it. Don't play with me because Andor. We'd actually get one for Rogue One, but I'll get one to be able to complete my Rogue One display. So can't wait for that. But anyway, CC, so glad to have you here tonight, ready for tonight's discussion. And we missed your voice. It's like the last time we like having CC's voice here, man. You know what I mean?
I know. I feel awful missing the last one. I was sleeping 12 hours a day. It was insane. I thought I was coming down with something. It wasn't good, thank God. But
good.
Yeah, happy to finally be back in routine, talking Star Wars with my peeps.
Yeah.
Well,
CC, so glad to have you here, CC. I'm just me and everyone in this household is just getting over COVID. So, you know what I mean? We just got over it. It didn't hit me as hard. It hit Toya, but she got over it quick. And the second to the oldest had it, and they're getting over it. So. Back in rare form. It just felt like a little sniffle cold, whatever. But we're back, we're good, we're cleared, so everything's fine, man. So glad you didn't have it, but glad you're here.
And glad to hear you guys are feeling great too.
Oh hell yeah. I was outrunning, literally outrunning. I had my face covered, but I was outrunning, sweating everything out, just whatever. I felt fine. It was just like sniffles and stuff like that, but I was away from everybody. I wasn't around people. I kind of kept to myself. So anyway, better, man. So glad to have you here. So glad to have you here tonight. How you doing?
I'm doing well. It's always a wonderful night when I get to talk Star Wars with you all.
Yes. Wait a minute. Did we just get a $50? Wait a minute.
You got two, man.
Hold up. What's this?
Thank
Wait a
you,
minute.
Robert.
Wait a minute,
PSG,
Robert Meyer
man.
Burnett. You're so much smoother than I am. Come on, man. Rob, are you serious, bro? Robert Meyer Burnett stopping through with the $50 bomb? Come on, dog. You don't have to do that, man. You as much as part of this family as everybody else, but I appreciate you so much, man. We got Robert Meyer Burnett in the building. We got another, wait a minute. We got another $50 bomb. You represent me. Oh, come on, man. All day, every day. My man, Robert Meyer Burnett, who he's not going to say his name on here, but I know that's Robert Meyer Burnett. You know what I mean? When it was crazy because a friend of mine who lives here, he hit me up in my inbox. He was like, yo, I see you chilling with Robert Meyer Burnett. I'm like, how do you know Robert Meyer Burnett? He's like, yo, who doesn't know Robert Meyer Burnett? I was like, well, damn, thank you very much. I'm glad you know him. So, Rob, thank you for the bombs, man. And we definitely appreciate that. As always, we do. But how you doing?
I am doing well. I'm doing great. I love the summer. So I'm very happy right now.
Yeah. Well, you love the summer?
Yes.
I absolutely hate the summer. I really do. I do not love the summer. I like fall. I hate the summer. I really do. It doesn't feel right. I'm glad I didn't have to spend my summer hot in LA when we were there. You know, it was nice, cool, 70-something degree weather, so we had a good time. So
well, you know, I live 3 blocks from the beach, from the Atlantic Ocean. So this is my thing. I love the summer. I love the beach. I love going, well, when we can go in the water when there aren't sharks there. But yes, I do enjoy it.
Sharks. Wow.
Yeah, there's been shark attacks off the Atlantic here.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
There've been reports
out there.
There have definitely been some shark attacks, man. So everybody out there, definitely be safe because this has been going around for a minute, man. So yeah, everybody out there, definitely be safe. Come on, be safe and be smart. You know, don't, you know, you can dip your toe in every now and then. You know, if you want to go on the butt naked side, you can do that too. But just don't, you know what I mean, don't get in the water. You know what I mean?
Don't give anybody any ideas, man, please.
I try not to, man, but you know, it happens. Bro. It definitely happens. If they just want to be out there butt naked, they can. Anyway, what's going on? El Pepes is in the building. Always flexible Star Wars display. I like how you do this. When you get on, bro, you do this.
Oh, you know,
you always lean into the side.
I'm just, bro, because I mean, this is why I'm here. Everybody wants to see this, so I just gotta try to get out the way as much as possible.
All right, let me bring you up. Let me bring him up so everybody can just take a look at that display. Like, look at it. Like, it speaks for itself. Like, it just speaks for itself. It's like the jelly is all over the place, man. Jelly, I am so infamously jelly of you in your display, man. Come on.
Nah, nothing to be jealous about, man. I mean, you're the one with like miles and miles and miles with the details full of everything, bro. You know, this is just a small sample of what you actually have in your area there, man. So
all right. So I came up with this thing. This is what I'm going to do, bro. So, you know, we're not deviating from Star Wars talk. We're going to get on that, but I just have to explain this really quick. And I think Cece is going to appreciate this too, because I know she has a love for this. So what I'm doing is I have to move the details around a certain way because I'm going to actually create my own display for the tumbler and the DX19. So I'm going to have, it's going to be a big display for the DX19, the tumbler, in the Bat Pod, and I can't wait to get that Batman Begins. So I just want to have a nice little display because I can't do it with the module case, so I have to do it this way. So
you need a custom.
Yeah, you definitely need, because this thing, I didn't realize how big it was. Mario, he messaged me at what did you message me from? Frankenstein's?
Frankenstein's, man.
He was like, yo, and I hadn't even got it then. He was like, bro, I know you got that tumbler, but that thing is huge, bro. I was like, okay. And it is. It's definitely big,
it's
man.
Huge.
So anyway, let me address the chat real quick. See what everybody's doing, man. We got K.O.T.O.R in the building. Keith is in the building. We got Sully. We got Odin 01, William Owens. We got K.O.T.O.R. Oh, well, Keith's in the building. We got OG fan when Star Wars was just Star Wars. Alvin J is in the building. AJ Agrusa. We got let's see, William Owens, Renz Talentino, the very talented, amazing Ren's
Seriously,
Talentino
man.
artist is amazing. Hey, Ren's, if you're out there, bro, let's talk Vader, man. As a matter of fact, Ray, here's the
Dude.
thing. Okay,
He.
Ren's, let me put this out there. Ren's Talentino, if you are out there, please, bro, I need you to give me, please, please. You tell me, I'll pick. I need a Jen Urso, please. If you can give me friends, if you me a Jen Urso, bro, I need it, please.
You
Go. I already paid for a couple pieces from him, but come on, man.
Did you guys see what he put out today?
No. What did he put out today? Oh, yes.
Are you serious? Are you hold up? Are you serious? Are you serious?
Friends does not disappoint.
Friends, are you
like that
playing with me, bro?
side.
Friends,
Yeah.
Ren's, are you playing with me, man? Ren's, stop. Listen.
Amazing work.
Amazing work, Ren's Talentino all day, man. Please, please, bro. All I need Jen Urso, and I'm done. Life fulfilled. You give me a Jen Urso and life fulfilled, man. Come on, man. Just give me that all day. He said, get me off the camera. Cut me.
They don't come here to see me. Come on now.
Cut me. So, Ren's, man, thank you for being here. We got Blue Tattoo in the building. We got Post Geek Singularity in the building. Robert Meyer Burnett with the bombs he dropped today. So glad to have you here, man. Who else we got in the building? We got Malika Mabane is out there. Let's see here. We said Blue Tattoo. We got Raylo Binks is in the building. Thank you for being here. Let's see here. Collector Joey is out there. Feezy Figures is out there. We got Marvelous Reviews in the building. Thank you for being there, man. William Owens. Let's see here else. So we got, I think we've just pretty much covered everyone that's in the building. So
Calvin's here.
Calvin is actually here.
Brother
Definitely. Brother Calvin. Anthony Anderson is in here as well. So we got a couple things to talk about. And I want to start with, here's the thing. So we know that CC doesn't collect 1/6 scale figures. We know this. But is it possible? I'm borrowing this. Is it possible?
Starting to sound like
is it possible that CC herself will change her tune and just consider the simple fact, you know what I mean? By chance, if she would, considering the simple fact that we actually got that review or that early reveal yesterday of the Vader hot toy figure deluxe from Obi-Wan, is it possible that CC could dip her toes in the 1/6 scale figure collecting because of this unique piece right here? CC, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to try my damnedest to enable you. Literally, I'm going to try my damnedest to enable you. It's not going to work.
If you hear like a rattling sound, my wallet's on the table and it's shaking.
What did you think? First off, what do you think about this piece in general?
So what's funny is I've been so busy, I haven't actually watched anyone talk about this. So I have seen the photos, just like cursory Facebook stuff, but that head sculpt, like I am interested to see like how the suit is different, because I think I saw someone took like close-up photos of the suit that was at San Diego Comic-Con. Not that I'm like, oh, it has to be accurate, blah blah blah. But again, I don't own a hot toy. I don't own anything that's 6 scale. But yeah, this would be, though I did say that the Doctor Strange, the dead Strange.
Yeah, that's Strange, yeah.
That's freaking gorgeous too. But it's like I don't it's a rabbit hole. I get that, and then I get Vader, and then it's like, where'd all my money go? I will say I try to be really selective, believe it or not, with the things I buy, despite the fact that I'm constantly running out of money and space. But I do try to be selective. I really was very, very pleasantly surprised at how much I liked the Vader Mythos statue at Celebration. So
Yeah.
part of me feels like I've scratched that itch when it comes to like really battle damaged Vader.
Yeah, that's supreme battle damage too. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that was like a day one pre-order for me. So don't get me wrong,
Nice.
but like just seeing it in person was very impressive.
You pre-ordered it?
Yeah, not this. The
mythos. Yeah, the mythos. Yeah.
That was a day one pre-order for me. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm proud of you then. Well, we don't need to talk about this then. I was like,
but
that trumps this, bro. Yeah, we can talk about it, but that one trumps this in a bit because of it being a statue. But it's incredible.
The statue is beautiful, but
yeah.
I'd almost say that this portrait is better.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
you definitely get multiple different. Plus, I know like Justin kind of like was salty with me once when I was like, "Oh well, an unpostable hot toy is like a statue, so like why don't you just get a statue?" They're totally different animals, and I know I'm making a lot of comparisons between a statue and a hot toy, and it's like apples to oranges. But I could see a need for this even with me getting the mythos. You can't have too many. Like Vader is my favorite Star Wars character. There's that. So I think if I were to get a hot toy, this would make the most sense. I don't know if we're going to see another Vader hot toy that's not a reissue, honestly. If it's not this. And why not? If you have the option of this beautiful portrait or the regular helmet, just go for it. I have to think about it because it's some people are really good at displaying multiple different kinds of scales. I don't know if I'm that good. So I'll
end up to find out.
I know, like a 5th scale statue, quarter scale statues, 1-to-1 props, and then this. Though I don't think can you see that Joker head that's above me? That's actually 1/3. So I now have a 1/3 scale something.
Yeah.
So maybe all of my rules about scales are going right out the window. Who knows?
CC, when you create a shrine to someone as impeccable as Darth Vader, it doesn't matter what kind of scales you mix and match with. You got your 5th scale. You can get the 3rd scale DMD. You can get this one. You can get your prop. You get your Roman props hilt, and just go to town.
I think if I were to buy this, I'd really have to buy it knowing how I'm going to display it and make sure it's displayed well. So I think I can make it work. You know me, I'm a sucker for if I could find an art print that would look amazing with this, just put it on a shelf in front of the art print.
Yeah.
And call it good. That might be
like this one?
Basically,
this one.
Something like that. I did hit up an artist whose name I won't say because they're very popular about a commission, but I don't think it's going to happen. But that was who I had in mind for that artist. So yeah, it's on my to-do list to whether it be like an artist like Renz or someone else. I'm definitely wanting art print, and so this would really well.
I definitely got a cop if Renz does, if he puts this out, which we saw, I definitely need that because that's simply amazing. Renz, you already got my vote because you killed that, man. It's incredible, it's impeccable. So yeah, so CZ, would you say this is a maybe?
It is a maybe.
Okay,
I'm not ruling it out.
I'll take that.
But also, I know but thankfully because of you guys, that hot toy collectors have to be incredibly patient people. I have no idea when this is gonna actually release. So it could be that I have plenty of time to think about it, hopefully.
Yeah. And I went through, it was crazy because I pre-ordered it today. I got it through Sideshow because, again, they have that time limit on it. But I just wanted it because it comes with the deluxe and I need that. So, yes. Wow, somebody's okay. It's Mario. Mario's in there putting up that. Let me
Mario's like,
look at that. There we go.
That looks so incredible.
Is this from Renz?
That's Renz.
Yeah.
That's Renz.
See, Renz. Yeah, Renz. Renz, you playing with my emotions right now, buddy. I need you to understand that you are simply playing with my emotions right now, man. This thing it's phenomenal. I love the lighting from one end to the next. Like it's an emotional piece. The light into darkness, blue one side, red the other, man. That's incredible. Renz, you killed this, man. Like literally, you did your thing, man. So yes,
definitely,
you got my vote, and yes, Renz. Like I'm a fan. I've been a fan. I've definitely been a fan of Renz already, man. So you definitely killed that piece, bro. Phenomenal. So you saw this Vader, your interpretations, and wait a minute.
Damn, Rob, dude, he's gonna end up paying for this Vader for Cece, bro. Watch.
CC, take your Jedi weapon and buy that Vader. Jump in the 1/6 scale format with both lightsabers. Yeah. CC,
y'all are piling on the peer pressure tonight. Jesus.
Like it must be, man. Like CC got fans. Like, and when she got fans, it's just like, yo. So now everybody's just like, yo, get her. Let's enable her to get that. CC, you're going to have to get it.
See, we're going to have to get this thing fully funded for her by the end of the night.
Yeah, CC, I think we're going to get it fully funded. Like you're just going to have to do it. You have a choice.
I'm like 85% there. So what? That's like a saber and a. I'm bad at math. That wasn't my strong suit. It's a Vader and it's a lightsaber and then some.
So basically, like I said, with this piece, and again, like just looking at it, it's Vader. You get the deluxe version. You get the a special edition, I guess. You get Vader, his lightsaber, which is LED, and then you also get the
USB charged, actually.
Yeah, exactly. And you actually get Reva's lightsabers split in half. And yeah, and the battle damage, the capes, sliced in the back, 2 stands. Like it's major. It's major. It's major. So I know is getting this. I already know that. I'm telling you you're getting it because I already know you are. So I know you're gonna get it. So go ahead, even though and you know why? You know why this is a draw for you? Because that cape is billowing in the air like your hair does every time we do midnight views. We see it just billows. It's just like when you talk, it's just like
I'm gonna have to turn the fan up so we get some billowing action going on.
Wow.
Yeah, I immediately saw this and I desperately want this figure, but I don't just want the 1/6 scale figure.
Yeah.
I want a bust of the split. I want a bust of that.
Oh, word. Ooh. You want the bust.
That would be amazing.
What, like a life-sized or?
Yes, life-size bust, yes.
Oh.
With a split helmet like that? I'd be sick.
God, it's been so long since they did the OG one. I wonder if they would. I wouldn't. Phenomenal. It's funny, like I'd actually prefer the hot toy over a 1-to-1 bust, but I'm also weird about 1-to-1 busts where they kind of creep me out.
Oh, okay.
So like, I'd rather stick with the props, but I hadn't even thought about that. Wow.
Yeah.
Because you can see his face now. I mean, there's no denying it. He's looking at you, and I really like that.
Yeah, it's almost like literally like the. Just the standard helmet is not going to get the love it needs. Like literally people are not going to pose it with the helmet. Because I have multiple Vaders. So if I already have multiple Vaders, this one is going to be used with that head sculpt. You know what I mean? I'm not, you know what I mean? Unless I get 2, because I kind of feel like I have to get 2, one for him, one for Obi-Wan and then one for Ahsoka. Now, Mario, I say that knowing that it's inaccurate because it's on the other side, but I'm saying, we don't have a choice.
I didn't say anything.
You was about to.
Say anything, bro. I didn't say anything.
You was about to.
Nah. I would never.
Yeah, you were. I know it's inaccurate, man, but like, what is a guy to do, bro? We don't have a choice, man. I mean, I might have to do it, man. I seriously do. But
do your thing, bro.
I might have to, but I know you're getting this, right? Yeah, you're getting it. So anyway, Mario. So we already know Mario. How many did you pre-order? Did you pre-order this yet, Mario?
Oh, I had to, man. I fell for that time exclusive FOMO shit, man. So I definitely. Well, I picked it up just because I really want the exclusive. I mean, when it comes to an exclusive, I'm a sucker for it, regardless of what it is. Even though it's not the best, I mean, just for me, I guess it could be a mental thing. Let me help y'all. Someone please help. I'm in for 2 at a minimum. I was messing around the other day thinking about 6, but the more I think about it, 6 makes a lot of sense, man. So I'm like, what do I want to do? Yeah. But I'm definitely got one coming from Sideshow, and I'll pick up another one from like my man, probably Steven or something like that. But I had to root it after we saw this, man. The whole collecting community, Hot Toys community was a buzz, with this one. I mean, it seems like everybody, like Will mentioned the other night, how a lot of collectors basically were united on this one. And pretty much gave it its due, and with its with props. It looks an amazing piece, and they killed it. Yeah, they absolutely killed it with that head sculpt and the paint amps. It looks amazing. The fact that I was looking at the pictures again, and I think we're actually getting 4 lightsabers. Yeah. So it's gonna be they're right there. You got 2 Vaders. You got Reva split in half. Yeah. And it's nice to see that they're giving us all these accessories that would actually warrant a classic DX. So I'm all for it, man. It's amazing. Yeah.
It does warrant that classic DX. I love, and the thing is, I love the battle damage. I love the cape being split in the back. I just love the way it looks. Again, I could never pass it up. And I like, and on top of that, you get both bases, bro.
Bro, look at with the hair blowing in the same direction like that Vader cape right now. She billowing. Yeah, she got it billowing. She turned up the fan. Look at her, man.
Yeah. See, I knew she was going to have a billow. It was going to billow sometime. It was a matter of time, and it started to billow. So we got the billowing in the building. But yes, consensus is this piece right here, man, is phenomenal. I can't say it enough. I was super duper excited about it, once we got, because we knew it was coming, but I just didn't know how good it was going to be. I literally didn't know how good it was going to be, and this thing is major.
We saw this at Celebration. It's just that what we saw was just the clean version. Yeah, and that led a lot of us to believe that maybe they'll do either just release a clean version, but they also got to do a battle damage version, considering how everybody was abuzz after what they saw that night. Yeah. But sure enough, they're just giving us swap out parts, which is it'll do the job. Like I said earlier, you know that I wanted like the full battle damage weathered, from top to bottom, but I'll take this for sure.
Yeah, full weather. But now Mario, you are getting that Mythos statue, aren't you? Are you getting that as well?
Oh yeah, of course. That's my most, bro. When I saw that over there at Celebration, that instantly became my most anticipated pre-order, man. Yeah. It sealed the deal. I was happy with what I saw, man, and I just can't wait to get it in.
You just right then and there, you just knew it was just marriage, a match made in heaven. It was a marriage,
no doubt. Flaming lightsaber and all.
I'm surprised, Cece. I'm really surprised that you said that you are actually getting that thing. I didn't know, because I didn't know you had an interest in it, to be quite honest.
Oh, so I think maybe it was Mario who I talked to the most about it, but what was funny is we did on Rogue 16, we did a group therapy, and it was kind of not great, because Steve and Matt it just felt awkward for me, because Steve and Matt were like, oh, I wish the base was better. It's not for me. I kind of prefer the OG. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm like, I like it. I wish the base was a little better, but I love the cape. I love the battle damage. I wasn't a fan of the OG, blah, blah, blah. And people in the comments were insulting Steve and Matt personally. They just, and I felt awful. People were saying that just because I said I liked it, and they thought that they were
dogging the CC mob going after them.
No, CC, you got a mob. You literally got a fan club that will ride and die with you. Seriously. So when you say things, people ride for you, and if some people say things against you, then be careful.
A lot of people when that Mythos it was kind of contentious. A few different groups were like,
it was,
oh, this doesn't touch the OG, and other people were like, oh, this is so much better. Listen, they're 2 different statues. You could like both, you could hate both, whatever. It doesn't matter. But I was really, that cape, a lot of people said it was like maybe a little flamboyant or whatever. I thought it was just like hair, like just beautiful, like
the pillow.
So, and then like Vader's got like blood.
We need
and,
this in slow motion for sure.
With
her going like that and everything.
I can't.
I'm gonna do it. I will do it one of these. I promise you, I will do it. I will do it.
All right.
Yeah. But it got that rugged over there. Really?
It's normally never like that. So that's where that whole discussion kind of like stands out to me, because I think people were just very excited about it, and so to hear some people say they weren't crazy about it, it got kind of weird. But like I saw it at Celebration and super impressed. Do I wish the base was simpler, because everything else about it is so detailed and like nuanced? Sure, absolutely. It's almost like having a really busy art print and saying, I'm gonna like triple matte this shit and like put it in a really like ornate frame. And you're like, it's a bit much. Like I wish the base was a little simpler, but and it's funny, I kept looking over to the side because I planned on putting that Mythos Vader as close as I can to my my like, I think it's the Rise of Skywalker. My life-size one. And I'm like, I could fit the top toy behind it or like underneath it. So I'm wondering what's the difference between, as I have a side tab open on my screen, what's the difference between like this special edition deluxe and just the deluxe? Because the special edition seems like the whole thing that that's the one that's timed, right? But is that just more sabers and 2 bases?
No. What it is, it'll tell you what it is. It really is just a hologram of the Grand Inquisitor. Just a little piece. And that's it.
I don't need that.
So you don't. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You don't necessarily need that.
You don't. But some of us like collect holograms, and we're same here. Same here, dude.
We're suckers.
Same. That's why I was like a little confused too. But
but there's different outlets where you can pick it up from for a little bit cheaper if you didn't want that deluxe, or not the deluxe, but that exclusive piece.
Okay.
Yeah, look at this, man. Like,
that was good.
And I didn't know that you get 3 separate. Wow,
it's incredible.
They actually had at SCCC, they displayed the battle damaged helmet with the third one that you're looking at right there at the end.
Yeah,
they had that one at display at the con. I was like, man, why couldn't y'all do that at Celebration?
Yeah, I think that's the one I would use, not the really exposed one. I think they did that, and it kind of reminds me more of the OG one. But
it does.
It would be this one for me or the other one. I will tell you, I'm kind of surprised they displayed it at Celebration and at San Diego Comic-Con with the flaming saber. Because I think this is beautiful. I do think the base should be, a little more simple, but that flaming saber, like a lot of people took issue with it, where they're like, realistically it doesn't. I know it's mythos and like therefore it's artist interpretation and like it's not canon, it's like whatever they thought up, but just logistically thinking of the science behind what a lightsaber is, like would it really be on flame, like on fire? So I was surprised that they chose to display that, but I'm really excited to that cape. Like it looks beautiful in person and large.
I was really surprised at how big this thing was. Like when we were at Celebration, like because when you see it here, it's like okay, decent size, but that thing was huge.
Yeah, like it's more impressive in person for sure.
It's got definitely like a
impressive piece. Kind of like footprint to it and vibe.
It does.
Yeah.
And he had this experience. I mean, some of the mythos that you see, you're not quite sure what's going on, but he has had this experience in his life. And, whatever it was, he survived it and he's standing up, still there. It's just such a great representation of Vader.
Yeah.
Now, I like this actually, right, with the full unhelmeted portrait. That actually looks pretty damn good like that. Hopefully when we get it in hand, it's going to look just as good. So
see, this is the way I'm going to pose it, like this.
Yeah. Probably the same here.
because the thing is, I want to, because I'm definitely going to have him next to, Maul and Ventress, and because they have their heads exposed, it's only right to have, to see Vader. This one right here, this look right here, it just has so much presence to me. Like, it's just like, yeah. I mean, we saw him once unhelmeted fully, in Jedi, but we didn't see him with this amount of rage unhelmeted. And this is younger version. It's like, yeah.
Damn, that was good. I can't wait to get this in. I can't wait to get this in, man.
Yeah, like see, look at that. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
It's because of this photo now I'm kind of considering the Emperor as well. I've seen it in person. It doesn't look bad, in my opinion.
I passed on it. I definitely passed on it.
I totally get the reasoning why.
It's just, I don't know. But Vader next to like my favorite statue of all time, that besides Ventress. People, if y'all don't have that besides Ventress, it is beautiful. Like, it literally is so beautiful in person. I love it. I love it.
Is Ventress also the K.O.T.O.R brothers?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if the Emperor is, but that would certainly make sense.
No, the Emperor is not. The
Okay.
Emperor is not.
The Maul and Ventress were the
Maul,
brothers.
Ventress, and Vader are. Yeah.
Okay. Which is funny because I feel like you can tell like which ones are probably more superior. Not to say that the Emperor is like less than. I just think that they all have like a certain look to them that you can tell they like the same kind of, they're approached with the same hand, like the same kind of concept. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. The K.O.T.O.R brothers, like, I talk to him like, every now and then, and he's like, yo, like, because there's only so much they can say what's coming, but there's a lot more that's going to be filtered down the line, and it's going to be exciting, man. So yeah, I can't say it enough, man. Like, and you know what? I actually I like the saber on fire. It's like, here's the thing. It's not like it's going to be that. The way I look at it is like maybe he just switched it through the fire quickly, and we just see the after effects. It's not something that's going to last, but they just captured it that way. That's the way I look at it. But scientifically, no, that's not going to happen, especially with high kyber crystals and how the saber itself works. So that's that. But it's still dope. I'm not going to take it away from it. It's still dope.
Now,
and
Mario, was this the one? Were you the one at Celebration who was like, "Yo, how do you feel about the gold toes"? Was that you?
Steve. That was Steve too. Steve was asking me about that. Yeah, I don't mind it.
You can't see his pictures, but like I guess like it looks like his boot has melted or something like that, and so
his toes are exposed.
Yeah.
Well, if you look at the original hand, it's actually gold. His fingers are gold too on his right hand. Go back and look at the movie, and you'll see that.
Yeah.
So I guess it would only make sense.
Because the tips, if you have the Anakin figure and you look at the arm, the severed arm, or they actually, so that arm is gold. It's gold and black. So it makes sense.
I was lucky enough to see the hand in person. They did, it was was it 2017? They did a traveling exhibit of like the costumes of Star Wars.
Oh, word.
And we went to the St. Pete Fine Arts Museum in Florida, and it was my birthday. So my family, my mom and my sister, they took me to that, and it was like one of the best days of my life. I was so happy because we like got breakfast, had mimosas, and then I saw all the props and the costumes. They were displayed very, very well. Oh, yeah. And I remember they had the hand with like Padme's wedding dress, and so like the mannequin, they were holding hands like the two mannequins, and the detail, and it was very gold. And then my sister was like, for dinner tonight, what were you thinking? Because like, who has food? Disney. And so they like hijacked and it was incredible. It was so cool. But that exhibit was amazing, and I wish they would do something similar to that, because I've run into people who went to it as well when it came out, and it was pretty impressive.
Yeah, we got OG fan with Star Wars, which is Star Wars. Yeah, I saw that exhibit when it was at the Detroit Institute of Arts. Yeah. Yeah.
They have the actual George Lucas Museum over here. Twinkle Toes Vader. Get out, Micah. I gotta check out the one over here. I think it's at USC, the George Lucas one museum.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they have stuff like that over there. I don't know why I've never been over there yet.
So I know, Mario? Are you the one who was like on the fence about the next celebration? Like going?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Well, like maybe earmuffs so like you don't get too like bummed out if you're not going. But I was asking one of the guys in Rogue One 6 group. He's in England, and we talk art prints a lot because he collects art prints. And I was like, hey, like last time I went to England, I did a lot of Harry Potter stuff because my sister's obsessed with Harry Potter. Like I'm obsessed with Star Wars, but I'd like more Star Wars stuff next time I go. Like anything you could think of. And he recommended the tube station where they filmed like a few scenes for Rogue One. Like was it like a metro station? I think actually like Prince Harry and William did their like stormtrooper cameos. I think.
So
really.
So CC, are you saying we're gonna go?
Yeah. So he said it would be cool to like go to that tube station and just take pictures and see if you can kind of match what you saw in the movie. Yeah.
So CC's inviting us.
I'll be there.
Okay.
I'm not gonna just like
rubbing it in.
Yeah, it's not gonna be like, hi guys, and like duck off like I did.
Like you did. Yeah, man. It's like female Dipset was gone. We saw CC. How many times did I see CC? I think I seen CC once.
We saw her like once.
We saw her
for like 2 minutes. Turned around and she was
gone to the shops.
Anyway, I'll continue. There's what the heck? Of course, I forget the name of it as soon as I start to talk about it. There's a museum that opened up, I think, last year, or it was delayed because of COVID. Oh. But it's
look at you blowing kisses and everything.
It's a
Yo, does anyone else hear Careless Whisper in their head? Right? Yo. Yep. Just like that.
Where'd you go, CC?
What was I saying?
There's a museum
in England, and it's a sci-fi fantasy film museum. And so they said that they have like studio scale models from Star Wars and like other stuff. Yeah. I haven't asked a few friends, like, hey, have you gone to this museum? Is it legit, or are they replicas and not like actual props? Because I know a lot of museums, art museums, it's like copies, not like legit. But it's in Milton Keyes, and if anyone's a racing fan, like Formula One, the Red Bull factory is also there. So I would like to do that as well. But that museum, I think, was delayed in opening because of COVID. He had never heard of it. So it'd be great to see like reviews and see if it's worth heading to.
Hello.
What the hell are you doing in my channel?
Oh man.
What are you doing?
She's the star, man.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man.
She's the star of the show, bro.
Yo, like I'm telling you, like it's crazy. But
I got the fan in front of me too. My beard ain't doing that. I gotta make it go.
Hell no, man.
I'm getting like hair envy.
Nah.
Man,
just go like that. Just go like that.
Yo, it's crazy. But you said Lionel Richie, I'm over here dying. But let's see. Max, he said sorry, CC. All right, but okay, so this is what I'm really excited about. Again, like I said, I mentioned it earlier. This comes out at the end of the month, end of August. I think we're like less than a month away now when it comes to this show. And there's been like some interesting tidbits that have been dropped with this. We know that so what they're saying is that the way this is supposed to take place, and what there's like some of the rumors were that he's going to infiltrate like a prison camp where he's trying to get intel, and where basically it's going to have a feel like a prison pipeline, whereas the Empire is basically using the prison camp to pretty much the construct and fund what they need, like as far as they have people working on parts and pieces for the Death Star. They have them working barefoot on just like regular floor, but they can't have communication with each other. They can't talk to each other, and if they do talk, if they get it out of line, it's like shit, the floor shocks or something like that. Like there's a lot of detail coming out about it. Also which I know you'll be excited about, Mario. There's going to be even more troopers in it. They're going to actually say the shore troopers will make appearance in this again. We'll get the death troopers. Like we're going to get more troopers, in this. Which that's what excited me so much about Rogue One was the dynamic. We're going to see new atmospheres, new costumes, and what I'm really excited about is that we're going to get more information about Mon Mothma and her role in the Senate. Like she plays, from what they're saying, is that she plays a major role in this series. Like she's just as important as Andor is to this, and I'm so excited about that because I love that actress and her portrayal of Mon Mothma, and always thought that she should get more beefy roles. What do you think about that?
I think it's fantastic. I think it's about time that we found out more about her. And I think that it's going to be a great series. I just am so eager to find out what's going on. The trailer looked so incredible. There's just so much in it that looks amazing. I enjoyed it so much. I can't wait for this. And we have a month and a few days to go. I can't wait. Yeah,
it's like literally right around the corner. And just to get more meat, about her story. I've watched that trailer like over 25 times, like for what we've gotten, just because I love it that much. And I'm such a fan of Rogue One, and to know that we're getting that cinematographer back, I'm just, over the moon excited about it. But I'm just so super interested in her story, where, basically, it's like she's now in a sense like someone who is being looked at, hunted, is a de facto from the Empire. Basically. Yeah, that's her.
Yeah, the actress looks amazing. She looks amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, that's Mon Mothma. So we're like seeing that earlier rendition when she was part of the Senate, but at the same time, like we see like this prestigious atmosphere. This is when the Empire fully took over. But at the same time, like they said that she's not, definitely not happy with the way the Senate is being handled, and now it's directly under the guise of the Empire. So definitely a lot that we're going to see from this character. Also, Andor's upbringing, stuff like that. What's your anticipation for this, CC?
Well, you know what, you mentioned the Death Troopers. That's actually one of my favorite designs. Like wise, just and I think what I loved about them in Rogue One is they just looked menacing as hell, and you kind of just like filled in a lot of pieces where you're like, oh crap, like Death Trooper, that implies that they're kind of like the elite, if anything, like more so than the average stormtroopers that we've seen. I'd love to see them doing some crazy shit and kicking some crazy ass, because we haven't seen that before. They've just looked really cool and intimidating. But like, hey, I want to see a stormtrooper that's got decent aim or something. Shots fired or not? Okay. No one chuckled at that joke. All right, cool. But I did, and also I think I've said this before. What I thought was so interesting about Andor's character was that he seemed very dark compared to the rebels that we were used to, and like the ragtag bunch that we kind of envisioned the rebels being. So more of his backstory, and also seeing how I think they kind of did that with Saw Gerrera as well, where they're like, well, there's rebels, but technically they're also extremists. So like, depending on what perspective you have, like some people might not think that these are the good guys. I always root for the baddies because I'm not rebel scum, but like at least the kind of like guerrilla warfare kind of thing is what I'd like to see. And the backstory, we kind of got a little bit of that in Solo with the like the droids that were under slavery, the Wookiees, and like that kind of stuff. So more of that is always a good thing. Like more world building, really.
Yeah.
He looks really sexy too. I mean, I think he's an attractive character. So, I
didn't think that needed to be said because it is Diego Luna.
No, ladies.
So I love Diego Luna, and also I forget what it was, a late night show. Was it like Jimmy Kimmel or something? But they actually made a joke about that, where like he went backstage and was like, "Hey Diego, are you in the dressing room? Like we're gonna go on in 5." And the door opens, and he's like buttoning his pants, and like a woman walks past him out of the dressing room, and then another woman walks out of the dressing room. And then a guy is like fixing his tie and walks out of the dressing room. And he's like, hi, I'll be on in 5. I'll be right with you. Like, he's great. I love his characters. Like, he also seems like a generally cool dude. Like, very humble. He's very proud of. I think he's actually from Mexico City, so he's always mentioned how he loves working with like local directors, and he's good friends with what's his last name? Gael. Anyway, there's another actor who he grew up with and supporting. So yeah, I think he was. What's funny is of the known cast members when that movie came out, I think he was probably the most excited I was to see in Star Wars.
And how many years has it been since Rogue One, CC?
Was that 2016? I think it was. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
So I mean, it's been a minute.
Look at this. Like I'm super excited about this show. Like literally, because I mean, as much as I love here's the thing though. I'm excited about it, but I have to separate myself from the attachment that I have to Rogue One. Because even though it's a character from Rogue One, I have to separate myself from that because I love Rogue One that much. You know what I mean? So, now seeing this interpretation of Andor, I mean, they should have gave us Generoso too. But seeing Andor, you know what I mean, the discovering his story, him basically saying, I've been in this fight since I was 5 or 6 years old. You know what I mean? We get to expand on that and just basically see where he comes from, and why he's basically been recruited by the rebellion, why he's used as sort of like he seriously has like this agent / assassin personality. You know what I mean? Like when need be, like he's the one that gets his hands dirty when needs be, and they send him when the need is there, and they send him out there to get these things done. And just imagine the burden that he carries on his shoulder, because there's certain things that he doesn't want to do, but they know that there are certain things that he will get done. So I'm just excited about it. What you think about this, Mario?
Yeah, I think this has the potential to be one of those shows that could be kind of uncomfortable to watch at times, just because of stuff like that. You see a character who we presume is somewhat, has some sort of innocence, but then yet does whatever he needs to do to get, certain tasks done, in the name of freedom or the rebellion or what have you. Which is unfortunate, man, because I'm always rooting for the Empire. So, these rebel scum, not really rooting for me either, right, CC?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's I again, from what I understand, are we actually getting more episodes of this? Is this like a 12 episode series or something like that?
It's 12 episodes, but it's 2 seasons.
And 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Bro, finally.
Yeah.
Finally Disney can give us a freaking show. Not
Yeah.
no 6 series, or 6 episode whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's nice that it sounds like they actually have a story to expand upon.
Yeah, they do.
So I think hopefully, this is going to be one of those ones that's just going to bring everybody back together the same way the Mandalorian did. Yeah. So I mean, considering the last year that we have that were really divisive, we really need a home run right now.
Yeah, we do. We definitely do. I mean, coming off of the Book of Boba Fett, where there was disappointments, coming off of Obi-Wan, where there were great disappointments as well. Like, you know what I mean? But here's the thing: is like I trust this show. And it's a lot, seeing the response and how fans received both previous shows coming to this, it's like a lot on his shoulders to be like, wow, I'm hoping that people like, what we see. But I think they will, because I think this is geared more towards the serious side of Star Wars and, what goes on, basically, the underbelly type of situation and, how, the rebellion is pretty much, establishing itself, but literally fighting for their lives and, seeing that the turmoil between him and, the complexity of Mon Mothma's character. And we get new characters in there. And, of course, we're going to have troopers. Like, it's exciting times, man. I'm definitely excited about this show. I cannot wait for this to get, released.
Right around the corner too, man. At the end of next month, it'll be here sooner than you know.
Yeah, like really, really, really soon. So everybody out there, I mean, we got some stuff coming. Like, I know you are excited about it. I'm super excited about it. I hope you guys are excited as we are, because there's great content that is dropping, and we get 12 episodes. That's going to pretty much that's 12 weeks of great content. You know what I mean? So again, we get to kind of fall back on it and get ourselves prepped and ready for the next show. I don't know what the next show after this is. It Ahsoka, or is it going to be? I think it is. Is it Ahsoka?
Or is it? Say so. No, Mandalorian's next. Actually.
Mandalorian's next.
Mandalorian season 3, then the Ahsoka.
Season 3 is going to be next. Yeah, because that's in February, or is it that in
February?
Yeah, February.
We'll put explain why. I think Mando season 3 we got a proper trailer, and then Ahsoka we got 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, proper trailer still hasn't been officially released yet, but from what we've seen, man,
it was more substantial than Ahsoka. Basically a bunch of flashes of scenes.
It was like a teaser.
I think they're still filming it when Celebration happened, right?
Yeah, I think they said they're about a weekend or something like that.
Yeah,
They showed us a couple shots.
They didn't have much to show.
Yeah, because I think even Rosaria said that they were just, she was coming off nobody thought that she was going to be there. And she was just, I guess she stopped in the second day. The first day she wasn't there with everybody, but the second day she came in, for the Mando presentation. So, yeah, man, I'm hype. I'm super hype about what we're getting ready to see from it. I mean, I'm exceptionally hype because we're getting a chance to see different factions of the Mandalorian and the Mandos. You know what I mean? For
different
instance,
clans,
different literally different clans. This picture right here says it all. Look at that.
Yeah,
you see that, bro?
Yeah, man. You got. I have no idea who anybody is in here, but I mean, I'm excited to see what's going to happen here.
Yeah, and this looks like this has to be on Mandalore. It has to be on Mandalore.
Yeah, yeah.
This definitely has to be on Mandalore. You know what I mean? So
they're coming out of the cave of Lake Minnetonka where he has to
purify himself, bro. Literally, we have to purify himself. But man, this looks like it's going to be phenomenal. Literally phenomenal. There were also rumors that he's going to find the ship. They said he's going to find. I forget the name of the ship for the Bad Batch. He's going to find that ship, and that's going to become his permanent home. And that,
really,
that's what they're saying. I mean, it's a rumor. Now, just put it out there. It's just basically a rumor, nothing actually in stone. But that's a rumor, which kind of indicates that maybe he won't have the N1 too long. Which that'd be a bummer because I love it. I love him having that N1. So, I'd love to see that, in full effect. But yeah, I'm pretty. What's everybody's excitement level for season 3?
After seeing that trailer, man, I mean, it's pretty damn high.
Yeah.
I mean, the trailer's not officially released yet, but we've been seeing some stuff with. I mean, I hate to bring up Grogu again, but they show a couple things that it's like, okay, what are they gonna do with this guy? And is he actually? They're gonna put him in harm's way by doing what they're doing with him, or what's really gonna happen? But there were some. There were some exciting shots that that were shown, so I'm really looking forward to. And is this really the end of it? I mean, we talked about earlier a while ago how this was rumored to be like the last season, but I kind of heard whispers that it's not.
Nah,
but who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see what happens.
Yeah, I definitely don't think it's going to be the last. I don't believe it's going to be like the final season. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot that kind of goes into it. And plus the fans, like, pretty much they know this is the tempo for, Star Wars right now. It starts with this show. You know what I mean? Like, this is basically where everybody loves Mando. You know what I mean? And what it brings. So to take that away and say, we're just going to have like 3 seasons. I mean, I think that, they're willing to ride this. And on top of that, like I said, I mean, Pedro Pascal really doesn't have to be there. He could just lend his voice. You know what I mean?
True. Mm-hmm.
That's basically where it's at. Lend your voice and just keep that going. And you want to say hi? Come say hi to everybody. Come here. Come
on, Toya.
Everybody say, come over here, Toya.
Is it Toya? Come here, Toya.
Yeah, everybody, come over and say hi. Say,
hey.
There she goes. Hey.
How are
you? Toya.
Yeah, she just got in. She had a long day.
What's wrong?
Oh.
Well, I know you've been going all day. I can't help you. You ain't seen me all day. You've been going all day. You see me now. Once I get off, we'll cuddle. Boy,
do we got to end the show?
No,
y'all got to go do your thing.
We're going to end it right now. We got time.
All right. I mean, a woman comes home, man. She's after a long day. I don't think she's gonna want you streaming on, So it's like, gotta get your ass upstairs, boy.
Listen. She had her time. We got plenty of time. We got the whole weekend.
All right, man.
We good now. But I'm super excited about this. I wanted to bring this picture up because I know this is something that I was going to kind of Google, not this one. It was another one I wanted to kind of bring up really quick.
Is it
what she gonna lose it again?
She's probably going to, I could. This actually looks like a fresh, like I can see this as a painting. This will be decent. Like you see that with Grogu right beside him.
Yeah.
As he's walking through the corridor, and we have Bo-Katan at the other end. Like, look at that.
I'm curious how this is gonna go down. I mean, because she doesn't look happy about anything in here.
She's gonna attack him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she did look like like Cece does when she's hungry on that throne. She did.
Oh wow.
When Cece's hungry, she gets pissed. I'm hungry. I gotta eat. I mean, at least that's how the Mario, the 10 minutes we got a chance to see her. Yeah.
Well, it's funny. So that Saturday, because it was so busy, I finally, I think, was it Saturday? Yeah, I think it was that Saturday. I ran into Matt and his daughter at 4, and he was like, "When did you eat last?" Because we're thinking about dinner later, and I was like, "I haven't eaten today."
Yeah.
And so his daughter was giving me M&Ms while we're waiting in line. She would just occasionally be like, Cece, put your hand out. Cece, it's time for some M&Ms. Constantly feeding me.
Cece.
I did I did love that scene of her on the throne. That kind
of
So I can get hangry and want to kill someone for food. However, The impression I got of her like sitting on the throne is more like mad King George kind of stuff, honestly. Like he was very connected, and like the vibe I got was very like Game of Thrones.
Let's see if I can find that, because I did see that picture too.
Or like, you know, any of Daenerys's relatives were like she doesn't seem thrilled to be on the throne. And I wonder what it took for her to get to that place, because there's something about her that just seems like super, super dark.
Yeah.
Maybe she has the dark saber at this point. You know, who knows?
Well, Din, last we saw, Din still has it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Are they actually gonna go fight for it here? Because he's not combative about it.
Yeah.
But you know, she knows that her people are gonna see her as soft if it's given to her.
If it's not
she had that right.
Yeah, and she's not soft at all, man. There's nothing soft about Bo-Katan. She wants to whip his ass and get that dark saber, and I think she'll get it.
But like the way her like hair's falling in her face, like I don't want to say it's disheveled, but it almost like it dejected, kind of like internalizing stuff. It wouldn't surprise me. Maybe she is this way because she knows she's kind of the pretender on the throne until she gets that fucking dark saber.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's sort of like it gives me like that Daenerys Targaryen vibe that the throne means that much to her. So, you know, any type of, you know, alliances that you have with individuals that might pose a threat, like you can see that turn out of nowhere. Like and the thing is, like, even Katie Sackhoff has that look. She has that vibe, like, yeah, you cross me. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna.
Did she give you that look when she was rubbing your back?
Nah.
Will she honor Din with a fight? Will she honor, like, in other words, Din does not want to fight her, but will he go ahead and say, "I'll fight you," with the understanding that she needs the darksaber? I don't think it's ever going to happen, and she's going to have to force him into the fight, and I think the fight will happen.
Yeah.
So you have to provoke him to the point to where he's gonna. Yeah,
it will happen. At least that's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, I think that fight is. I mean, it's inevitable at this point. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to happen. I mean, that's the only way to, unless, you know. And the thing is, it's like, it's funny because he can't even yield. It can't be one of those situations where he yields and just says, you know what, I yield, whatever, and just not put much into it, because it's, you know, in order for her to win it, she has to defeat him. You know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting to see how they take this. You know what I mean? Is she going to quickly in season 3 become a villain?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
But do we know what the lore, if it's actually death by combat, you know, for the loser, or is it just like a simple defeat? Because if that's the case, I'm sure they're gonna, you know what, let's go ahead and I'll sell it. I'll make it look good, you know, blah, blah, blah. So you can go ahead and just, you know.
The sword probably knows if you're doing anything in earnest, so maybe that wouldn't work.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's crazy because the thing is, like, no, go ahead, Cece. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. About the, like, to the death, I don't know if they ever said it was to the death, but honestly, like, the culture of the Mandalorians, it wouldn't surprise me if it was to the death, and they just didn't have to say that because they're so badass, it's implied. Like, the only way you're going to disarm a Mando is if you kill them in order to get their weapon. But what I was going to say is, it's been a very long time since I've watched the Clone Wars. If I remember correctly, she was not introduced as a good person. Like, she had beef.
She wasn't.
No, she wasn't.
She kind of seemed like a radical.
Yeah.
Honestly. Like, she broke off and was like chilling with Death Watch. And so I think she kind of has already had that, like, unhingedness about her. So absolutely, I think she's the big bad for season 3. But go ahead, Leo. I'm sorry.
No, you're absolutely right. And I'm sorry. You're absolutely right, because she went against her own sister. And that is like the ultimate betrayal.
Yeah. And no, and for real, single songwriter is right. You know, if you watch it, he did explain to, you know, the armor did explain to him about, you know, that her legacy. And on top of that, I think that was kind of even a thrust back to the simple fact that she was handed the throne. I mean, the saber. It was given to her by Satine. Or Sabine Wren.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. She didn't actually win it. And even in the Book of Boba, when we saw, because like, him and Paz Vizsla were fighting to the death. Like, that's what it looked like. But, he just spared, like, we see Mando spare him. But do we think Paz Vizsla would have actually spared, you know what I mean? Nah, I think he would have killed him to get that thing, because it's, part of his family heirloom, his legacy. You know what I mean? So he feels as though it's his right to have it anyway. You know what I mean? So now here's the thing. This is what, all right, so I'm gonna ask y'all, right? And I'm hoping they don't do this. I'm hoping they don't. Do you think, because again, we know that the Darksaber was created by a force sensitive Mandalorian who was a part Jedi, part Mando. Do you think, I hope they don't make Din Djarin force sensitive, bro. I hope they don't.
I'd be upset.
I don't want them to do that. I don't want them to do that. I don't. I mean, you can give it to somebody, but I don't. If anybody that I thought would have actually been force sensitive, it would have been Sabine Wren. Especially after watching Rebels. I thought that she would be the one that would be the force sensitive, maybe, and how she was trained and stuff like that. But I just don't want them to do that to Mando. I really don't.
Din can be like the second coming of, was it Mandalore the Great or something like that?
Yeah,
they're gonna make him Jesus or something.
I want them to do that. I don't.
Wouldn't it be cool if it's like it is Din Djarin, and you're like, well, that's cool. He like came from no one. Like, we didn't know who his parents were, and then they're like, oh, JK, his parents were like cousins to Palpatine, and we're like, what the fuck?
Dude, watch, that's what's gonna happen. Damn it, CC, you just killed the show, dude.
And that's what I'm saying. It is, but and like, again, single songwriter brings up another point. That's what I'm saying. It's part of Paz Vizsla's family. So him having a dark saber, or his clan or his family having that saber, makes sense. But I don't know. And they're going to have to explain, because that's the thing, is it's like, wielding that thing. And if Bo-Katan had it, like, was she reckless? I would have liked to see like a flashback to when she had it, because the thing is, it's like, we know Mando been barely handling him damn self. You know what I mean? Like, he still struggles with it. Like, again, the armorer said that he's fighting against it. You know what I mean? He's fighting the saber. He's not, letting it, whatever. What were you going to say? Because I know you waiting to say something with the hair billing.
What I think was interestingly is that the armorer seemed to know what to do with the dark saber. Like, she knows everything. We still don't know who she is.
No, I don't.
I don't know who she is, but she might be. I don't know what clan she is, but she might be Clan Wren for all we know. I mean, or Sabine's mom. She could be. I don't know how old she would be now, but I wouldn't be surprised, because Sabine was incredibly talented. She could make weapons and do all sorts of stuff that, as a Mandalorian, she was unbelievably, capable at. But, I think the armorer, it might be the key to all this, because of what she tried to kind of like, I'm not saying that she's against Bo-Katan, but she kind of tried to steer him away from Bo-Katan. Yeah. But his fate rests with Bo-Katan, right? I mean, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, because they're Death Watch, aren't they? Don't they have that Death Watch mentality? So, and Bo-Katan, she explained all of that to Mando, because when they took their helmet off, and he kind of freaked out about it. So they obviously have two different reasons of thinking. Yeah. So it could be like some sort of culture kind of thing to what's been passed down generation to generation, amongst Death Watch, where Bo-Katan is more like, the free type folk or what have you.
And we do see them in this we're going to actually see them in season 3 again. So if everybody out there who's a hot toy collector, those Death Watch figures are going to fly. I'm telling you, watch. They're going to fly. I'm so glad I got mine. But what are you going to say, Cece?
I think they kind of explained that Mando's thinking about not taking off the helmet, and like every understanding he has, primarily from like the armor as well too, and his like perspective as a foundling was because he was raised by, was it Death Watch, right? Like they rescued him when like his family was killed, and that they were kind of radical is not the right word. I think like orthodox
Mm-hmm.
or like a little like too extreme in their beliefs. Whereas Bo-Katan, I think like she actually was raised on Mandalore. Like she grew up with, you know, the creed
She
of
was Death Watch for a
Mandalorian.
while too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I wonder if for
She
some
was
reason,
Death Watch from the old ways though, because when they broke, because there were factions of the Death Watch, and she broke off from that manner of their religion. That's why she said
Their
he's one of them.
extremism.
yes.
Yeah, like they became more of an extremist type of culture, which it brings up an interesting. I don't know. It's a lot going to be interesting about this, when we see it. It's crazy, but I'm excited to see it come to fruition. And that's the thing, is it's like we got great Star Wars content coming like closely, you know what I mean? But again, like now, do you think that, with Andor going into, do you think like a lot of people are really apprehensive right now when it comes to Star Wars based on, well, we know that it's a dumb question to ask. I don't even know why, because they are, but just coming off of Obi-Wan, people apprehensive about, Andor, and the only it's like people, it's like I think the only series that seals the deal for everybody is, to be quite honest, Mando. You know what I mean? Because it is the one that kind of started it all. You know what I mean? And people were mainly excited about it, but I don't know. Like, do you think that that apprehension is going to kind of fade off, and people will kind of just reconnect to Star Wars the way, or you think it's going to be there for a while?
I think it's going to be there for a while. I mean, I would hope so. I mean, it would be nice, if we can get this show to actually bring everybody together again, and just, I don't know, I guess stop. I don't want to say stop the hatred and all, but I mean, it would be nice to see everybody on the same page, where we all have the same appreciation and love for the same show again, where it's still going to be a little bit, I mean, I don't want to say divisive, but people are still going to have their opinions. But I think for the majority of it, it will probably be more positive, than previously with Boba and Obi-Wan.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see, but I'm super duper excited about this, man. And when it comes, I want to bring something else up here real quick because I'm excited about. I mean, I have a certain level. It's still built. What are we gonna say? Go ahead, because I see that. I see you like this. And
what I was gonna say is, that at San Diego Comic-Con, they had or were offering, I think it's EKC, which the company was offering an $85,000 animatronics Grogu.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes, because it was
for sale.
That was actually for sale. That wasn't just a demo.
That was the introductory price.
It was at the EFX booth, and I talked to someone the other day who went and saw it and talked to the rep and was like, that's actually a decent price for that. And I was like, what? And he has a friend who does animatronics for like Universal. He does like the Velociraptors and stuff like that. And he was like, those Velociraptors are like at least 100,000.
Yeah.
And some of them are not big. So that's actually like a decent price for something like that in the industry of animatronics. I did think the eyes looked a little big. But yeah, I thought it was interesting. And also it was at the EFX booth. And I was like, that's cool. Don't they owe people like a bunch of Scout Trooper helmets still? Okay, cool. And but it was that like it's a different company that made it, and they're just kind of like, hopped on EFX's license to make replicas. So but it did look cool. The footage looked really cool.
I've never seen an offer like this before. I mean, of course you'd have to like sell your house and like sell your cars and pawn jewelry and like go into
$85,000.
Well, I mean,
as long as they're offering something like this, Star Wars is here to stay. If they have the audacity to offer an animatronics Grogu starting price at $85,000, which could be the price of a luxury vehicle.
85,000.
Yeah.
Star Wars is here to stay.
So I'm sure you guys know recently, you know me, I'm talking about Disneyland and shit. Boba Fett is walking around the parks right now, and apparently within the next few weeks, so is Mando and Grogu. They're supposed to be within the timeline. Mm-hmm. I'm wondering if they might have something like this lined up for the park, for Galaxy's Edge, for Mando to walk around.
Oh, you know they would.
I don't know how they would do it, but with that type of animatronic in the pram and everything like that, or maybe him pushing the stroller or something. I don't know.
Do you remember, do you remember, like, they don't do it anymore. They do. It's been a long time since I've gone to Disney World, but I'm sure they do it at Disneyland as well, the photo ops. So at Disney World, they'd have a special section of Hollywood Studios where you could do photo ops, meet Vader, BB-8, and Kylo Ren and Chewbacca, I think, at one point. But like with BB-8, and I think they even had a meet and greet with Star-Lord and Groot. Groot was animatronic. BB-8 is animatronic. I don't know if it would be like Grogu moving around Galaxy's Edge, but it wouldn't surprise me if they found like a static spot where you can do a photo op. Also, that R2 unit, I won't name drop, but a friend does have one of those on order. So the one that actually goes around Galaxy's Edge, it was $25.
No kidding.
Wow.
And I think the one he got is number 14. So they've only made 14 of them.
Wow.
And they explained the process of like they ordered it in the park, and they were like, so do you want it clean? Do you want it weathered? Also, do you want an R2? Or do you want like a R5D4?
They offer other units. Wow.
Yeah, it was like whatever you want, whatever colorway you want. If you want it like orange and black or yellow and purple, like we'll do it. And I thought that was super cool. But that one's going to be animatronic where you could it's got a remote and you could just pilot it around.
I can't afford none of that shit. And I'm not even going to try to, like, literally, I was thinking about, because I missed, CC in Orlando, there was a guy, and it was incredible, and it was so innovative. There was a guy who was walking around. He created an R2D2 or an R2 unit out of an actual trash can. But what was dope about it, and it was out of a trash can. It was full like lit up and everything out of like a steel trash can, like a metal. But what was dope about it is it was rolling around. It had the R2 unit sounds and everything. But when it stopped, the lid would open and grouch, like it would come out.
No way.
Yeah, it was so dope. And it would come out, and it had a Vader helmet on. Like it was.
That is crazy.
So innovative. Like I'm gonna go through the history of my pictures to see if I can find it. But it was just rolling around.
I love that imagination.
But it was incredible. Like it was like it's full on R2 unit with a trash can lid. It was beat up a little bit, but it was dope. It would look weathered, and then when it opened, it had the Muppet. Like he just came out. Like I was like, get out of here! But it was so dope. Yeah.
Again, man, it just goes to show you when Star Wars is put in the loving hands of the passionate fan, and when you see the fruits of their labor, what actually comes out, some of the shit is just absolutely incredibly insane.
It is
like that in the what was it, the Obi-Wan cut that we just saw recently too.
Yeah.
So. Yeah,
when it's put in the right hands,
it's
it's such a beautiful thing to actually see. You know what I mean? And that's if you see it for a long period of time, unlike the amount of time that TCC spent with us. But it was still, you know what I mean? Like it was.
CC, the next time you come out, we all meet up. You're gonna have to like hang out for a lot longer.
Those jabs, bro. I'm gonna keep those jabs. CC was like, "Hi." Nah, in her defense, she had shit to do because she had to get up to the store. You know what I mean? And everybody out there, CC is just as popular in person. Like she has fans. CC has fans.
Well, also that Saturday my phone died. Yeah. So I was with Eddie and Eddie's girlfriend for like a few hours. And I had to be like, hey, can you message like Danny and Matt and so and like just let them know like I'm not dead. I'm just like
Yeah, so good. Real quick though, I want to bring this up because I want to bring this up about this actress who's in this show because she says something really, really dope. And I was happy when they, uh because she has been confirmed as being in the Acolytes as one of the lead actresses in it. And she said something that I thought was dope. Now, this is the girl people don't, if you don't know her, she was in The Hate You Give. I forget her name. I got to pull it up. But
she was in the Hunger Games, right, Lael?
Yeah, she was also in the Hunger Games as the young
Bree,
girl.
right?
Yeah. She was definitely in the Hunger Games. But what she said, I thought was really incredible because they had talked to her about is she excited about Star Wars and her appearance in the show. And she said that it was her belief that when she signed on for it and she knew that she signed on for the project, it was her commitment. She said her commitment to it was even before she got the call, she had went out, she knew like her, because she said she had watched Star Wars with like her dad and stuff like that. But she went out, you know, talked to, everybody who knew about the lore. She studied the lore. She said she studied everything that she knew about the Sith, the Ruler 2, Malik, Bane, Revan. She said she wanted to basically know everything that there was about it, and she was passionate about it because she believes as an actress, it's your duty to consume this material and make sure that you pay homage to it, because she said George Lucas himself is a phenomenal creator, and everybody who's involved in the lore, they're phenomenal, and she wants to do it justice. She would not accept the role unless she knew that she was committed to it and that she would do it justice. And I was like, yo, that's incredible.
Wow.
Like, that's incredible, bro. And I think she's going to kill it. Like, I really, really think that she's actually going to do it some justice. I was so happy, when she said it. Amanda, her name, Amanda Steinberg.
Amanda Steinberg, right?
Steinberg, yeah. So she's basically seriously committed to it. And she's like, she's been so consumed that she talks about it all the time. People are like, you're such a nerd. And she's like, well, look, I believe you have to be committed to this. You have to know. So, yeah,
that's awesome.
And Max Ether, she had been writing comics. She was writing comics for about 5 years. Yeah, like literally, like she's committed to it. She's not one that says, because she says she watches Star Wars. She's been watching Star Wars and shit. It just intensified her love for it, and she's ready to do it. So that just got me more excited about it, man. I was really excited to hear it. So.
Definitely, man. I mean, I love to hear that kind of dedication, from an actor that's really looking into doing their research on a role. I mean, not just a role in particular, but I mean, the entire lore. I mean, that's only going to like elevate, your skills.
Yeah.
When you have that type of background. But I just hope, everybody out there be nice to her. I mean, if she does something, that everybody doesn't like, I mean, you don't need to go attack her. Blame the writers. I mean,
so glad you said that.
I don't want to see what happened to Moses Ingram all over again, man.
Yeah, so glad you said that, bro. Because the thing is, it's like huge difference between both. Because I mean, Moses Ingram, admittedly, she said that, look, I never watched it before, but she's in it now. And a lot of people, you have to understand, a lot of these actors don't, just because they don't watch it doesn't mean that they're not committed to doing what they need to do. But in her case, she's watched it, she studied it, she's a fan of it, and I believe she's going to basically do it so much. She's going to do it justice. And I can't wait to see, because I mean, the Acolytes is probably one of my most anticipated shows because it deals with the Sith. You know what I mean? And I'm a fan of the Sith. You know what I mean? I can't. It is what it is. So I'm just so excited. And they also said that it's going to deal with everything, how the Ruler 2 was actually established. They're going to talk about the history of Revan and Bane and everyone and stuff like that. We might even see flashbacks. I'm so excited about this show. Every time, here's the thing. This is weird. Don't think I'm weird when I say this, but every time I think about Star Wars now, like literally when I think about Star Wars, bro, I think about Christmas. Like it's associated to Christmas to me. Like for some reason, I don't know. I can't,
because it was whenever we got the sequels, they came out around Christmas time, bro.
Yeah,
so that's where that came from.
And what, Force Friday, stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's always stuff around that time too, man. So yeah, I'm excited. But Cece, how do you think? What you think about it? You think it's going to be a good show? Are you anticipating this?
Oh my god! So like, I'm more excited about this, I would say, than Andor because, like you said, it is the Sith. It's going to be different. Like we've never seen live action at anything of this sort in that time period. Because like, I can't remember like what time. It's not High Republic.
Yeah, it's
Old Republic.
It's after the High Republic. It's when
Is it New Republic? Is that what they call it?
It's when I think they said basically this is when, right around the time, which is when the Ruler 2 was established, which was way before, I think, the New Republic. I think it was. Yeah.
Because I thought that would mean it was Old Republic time period. But I'm honestly, when it comes to the EU.
Old Republic, I think. I think you're right. I think you're right.
Because obviously I know like the game, and then they have a canon series of books, and then also a comic series that's High Republic. So I thought, okay, this is I think the first live action we're seeing of the Old Republic, which is great because I don't play the games, and the EU stuff I started reading like right before Disney did the whole it's Legends material, it's not canon. So I read like the Bane trilogy and also the description I got on this. And I also think I saw a rumor recently, and I don't know if it was true, but they said like, hey, this might be rated MA, like mature audience, or like
really?
Yo.
Wow.
Like, wait, so
if they go down that road
is like a murder thriller, it's rated R, it's dark, like say less. Like that's all like
or nudity, sexual situations, decapitations, everything.
It's all like, she want it all. She wants a hard R. Wants a hard R. That's what she wants.
I want a triple R.
Hey.
Sounds really just cool and like dark, and also the fact that it's in the Old Republic, I think will add like another edge to it, because it's almost like I do wonder, okay, what's their technology look like? Like how are things different? Like are things gonna feel more like historic or ancient? How's the culture different than what we've seen previously? I did really like the Bane trilogy when I read it years ago. Also, it's funny you mentioned like all of Star Wars feeling like Christmas. I actually kind of started my career the day The Force Awakens came out. So it's kind of cool. Like I had one job before that while I was in college, but like that was the first job I had where I just graduated college, and it was in the field I got my degree in. And I actually, it was my first day, and I met like my boss and all this, and I'm like, oh, I have an engagement in Tampa, which is like an hour away from where I lived at the time. Like, do we know how long I'll be here today? Because we haven't really discussed my hours and stuff. And they're like, oh, okay. Like, no, you'll probably leave here around like 4:00. And I'm like, oh, okay, good. Because like the only theater at the time that reserved seats was an hour away, and we got our tickets like in advance because I was like, I'm going to be working. Like, I can't wait in line and stuff like that. And then when I got to know my coworkers better, and I'm like meeting people and saying hi, and like it's all kind of like overwhelming, I finally, a little bit of the nerd starts coming out where I'm like saying Star Wars references and explaining like what my hobbies are. And I was like, so that prior engagement in Tampa have, it's to see The Force Awakens. And my coworker training me was like, oh shit, you might hit traffic and stuff. Why don't you duck out at 3? You can leave at 3 today. It's fine.
Oh shit.
Wow.
It was so sweet. And so like I mean, we could shit on the sequel trilogy all we want, but The Force Awakens will have a special place in my heart.
Oh hell yeah. It's definitely a special place for me, because that's when, The Force Awakens was the first time. So The Force Awakens, when I came, it was when I was like about a year after I got back from Australia, and that's when I linked up with Vinny, and we formed our bond after a while, and the group of individuals that we hang around with, that was the first film that we all went to, and we put together on Facebook, and that's how our group was our group was formed and stuff like that. So it was all started by The Force Awakens. So yeah, it just the feel, like what it felt when The Force Awakens was released. We knew Star Wars was back. The trailers that we actually saw, seeing, Kylo Ren walking through the actual, the snow, and that, the crossguard lightsaber, like stuff like that was memorable for me, because it was me seeing Star Wars back on, film in theaters after a hiatus for so long. So, say what you will about it. I mean, that's why I take things from these films. You know what I mean? Like, and the thing is, in a few years from now, they're going to be talking about these films like they talk about the prequels. You know what I mean? Like, people are going to be excited about these films like that, because this is generational. This is how it is.
Right.
Each generation sees something different. So, and again, as much as people shit on and were shitting on the prequels back then, I love the prequels. Like, I'm just one person that loved the prequels. Yes, was the dialogue all like no. But I mean, I didn't go to Star Wars to see Martin Scorsese write an incredible script. Right. I wanted to actually see Star Wars. You know what I mean? So that's what I got out of it. So again, exciting.
Yeah, you talk about like the people you meet up with. I mean, started that with my brother and a couple of friends of ours. When the sequels came out, the hype was so much there that we felt like we had to do it big, man. So this is what we ended up doing. We ended up out in Hollywood, right at the Chinese. So we were able to get the first showing, opening night right there at the Chinese theater, man. So this was like a tradition that started, man. It was truly something special. So every year that it came out, that we got it. I mean, here's where we got. Here's the Skywalker. There we go. Last Jedi was right here.
Yeah.
Opening night again, TCL Chinese Theater.
Yeah.
We had to do it. So we just marked occasions there every time. First showing again for the Rise of Skywalker as well.
Yeah.
But so I mean, say what you will about the sequels, but I mean, I think the memories that we got with it, just because of being amongst the community, was something that we'll never forget.
Hell yeah.
I mean, just being there with that kind of environment, with the community that was there, it was just so, it was amazing.
Moment, man.
It really was. And then what was it? I forget these names sometimes. When The Last Jedi came out, that was shortly after Carrie Fisher had passed away.
Yeah.
So in the beginning, they did like a big old, they had like a bit of a memoriam for her, They had like a moment of silence for her, and everybody lifted up their lightsabers for her, and it was all quiet. It was lovely to see, man. It was really, really cool touching and seeing all that stuff.
Yeah, definitely, bro. I think, like, again, it's I think that's what pretty much any Star Wars film that we see in theaters is going to do. It's going to evoke like certain memory. Even I remember like even when we went and see, again, another film that I quite enjoyed. I like Solo. I mean, I really enjoyed Solo for what we got from it. I thought it was tight and everything that we've seen from this particular film. They gave us a train heist. First time I actually seen that on camera. It was incredible from a Star Wars film, a Star Wars perspective, a train heist in galaxy far, far away. Love that. But yeah, I mean, just memories from that. I pick up, like, I'm always there getting like the I get like the tubs of popcorn. I actually get the memorabilia and stuff like that. You just, it's just, the camaraderie, the
soda toppers and all
that. Like you get all that. Like, it's just the camaraderie that you have with people who enjoy the same things that you actually enjoy, just like going to Celebration or any other event. But this is what these movies do. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, it's so exciting. So I agree with you, CC. Like, say what you want about the sequels. I mean, it did start a lot. You know what I mean? With the sequels, without those sequels, we wouldn't have got such shows as, just the train rolling, the ball rolling for like Mandalorian, ideas for Grogu, getting the Book of Boba Fett, getting Obi-Wan. That started that, train. So, I mean, why not? You know what I mean?
And this, and Acolyte. Like,
and Acolyte.
It's gonna, I think I was still, this might have been like 2015, 2016, but someone I worked with sent me an article I'll never forget, because they weren't like big Star Wars fans, but they were like, oh, I saw this article and I thought of you. And I think it was like Time Magazine. Yeah. And it was an exciting article, but also like kind of depressing, because the title of it was, "You're not going to live to see the last Star Wars movie."
Mm-hmm.
and it was just like, yo, they're gonna keep going. Like they're just gonna have no plans on stopping. Like it's just gonna like keep trekking on. And sorry, trekking on. Sorry if that triggered people. I'm not implying.
I heard that. I was like, did you say what I thought you said?
I'm also. Oh, you can't see. I'm wearing a. Anyway, that could have been why, like Freudian slip. But it's true. Like you think about it, we're talking about these, and like people get kind of upset with me where I'm like, oh, I wasn't like I didn't see any of the original trilogy in theaters because I wasn't alive for it.
Yeah,
and that'll be us. Where we're like back in our day, Acolyte. Young lady.
Let me tell you something.
And then the internet kept crashing, and like we had to refresh it. It was obnoxious. Like that's gonna be us in like 30 years. Like,
that's the truth. And I think about that all the time, CC, because I'm like, you know what, I've lived through the entire. I've lived history for Star Wars. I've lived through it. You know what I mean? Being in the theater the first time New Hope dropped. You know what I mean? Sitting in that theater, just remembering everything that I actually saw on that screen. Going to see Empire. Going to see Jedi, you know what I mean? Watching the prequels, remembering, how, we got the digital enhancements of like the OG trilogy, how people didn't like that. You know what I mean? Like going to see when Star Wars was re-released in theaters again. You know what I mean? Like all of that is just like memorable. You know what I mean? You'll always remember those things. So, and I've lived through that. So when it, I get older and I can just say, look, I remember, you're watching this now, but I remember the original trilogy, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. So, yeah, it's incredible.
You can see like later on, Grandma Cece sitting in a rocking chair telling all her grandkids a story of how she grew up with Star Wars and how it was back in her day. Kids, let me tell you something about Star Wars during my time. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, that's incredible. But yeah, this I cannot wait for this show. You know what I mean? I think it's going to be the darkest, probably even the darkest show that we've actually seen, with reason. You know what I mean? Especially if we're talking about Acolytes, we're talking about the Sith. If we're diving into that, and if she's as committed and passionate about this as as we know she will be, I think she's going to kill it. I think it's going to be a great show. I'm just throwing it out there, and I can't wait, man. What you think about that?
Well, I fell in love with this actress after seeing her as Rue in The Hunger Games.
Yeah.
And, at the time, everybody knew that character. Rue was such an important character in The Hunger Games. And, anybody who's a fan of The Hunger Games knows what I'm talking about. And, she really made such an impression on everyone then. And, it's not a surprise that now that she's an adult, of course, she was just a child when she played that role, but as an adult, she's absolutely stunning. And I hope this series is dark, like as F. I hope it's so dark and scary and, just in another way that we haven't seen the Force before, because, we need to see some of those groups of people practicing the Force a different way, like how we saw, the Sisters on Dathomir, let's say, the Night Sisters practicing, using the Force in a different way. I mean, there's so many ways throughout the galaxy the Force is used in. We've only seen a few of those. It would be nice to see something a little different when it comes to the Force.
Yeah, and you bring up Dathomir too. I wonder, like, I need Dathomir. I need to revisit that. Like, literally, like that needs to be revisited in live action, though. That would be incredible. Like, literally, could you imagine? Oh man, come on.
That'd be insane.
That would definitely be insane. But you excited about this though, Mario? Excited?
Oh, definitely, man. I mean, dark side. The thing is, it's just really going to be nice to see like the whole lore of the Sith. I mean, not to be like not limiting yourself.
Yeah,
as a Jedi would, just to unleash your full potential.
Yeah,
that's like what I've always like really been intrigued with the Sith. But at the same time, they're all a bunch of nuts trying to one up each other and trying to kill each other as well. So I can't wait for this. I love just watching, hearing about Sith history, and to see something like this in live action is going to be freaking,
because we haven't gotten it, you know what I mean, before. Exactly. And to see this done, and especially if it's fleshed out really good and well, in live action. You know what I mean? That's as long as it's important. And here's the thing, don't make it funny. Like literally, don't make it funny. I don't want to see any funny tropes. I need it to be dark and gritty. I mean, I hope they give it a dark rating. You know what I mean? I would love that because, again, I mean, we want to see it, and I think we should have it. You know, I wanted Game of Thrones dark. You know what I mean? I wanted the Battle of the Bastards dark. You know what I mean? That's what I want. The Bells dark. Episode 8. I want it dark.
The murder and betrayal. And
I want all that, bro. Give me all that.
Red wedding type stuff, man.
Red wedding type stuff. That's what I'm talking about, bro.
Let's go.
And I'm all in, man. I'm definitely all in. But folks, I mean, it's been great, man. Tonight's been good. It's been fun as hell, bro. Fun discussions tonight. We had a lot to talk about.
Even considering that something has been shelved and we're not going to see ever.
Yeah, I was trying to end it on a good note, Mario, but you just
hey, man. Isn't that on your thumbnail, dude? I thought you might want to talk about it.
No, but I was trying to kind of duck out before we had to talk about that because I was like, yo, I'm so sour about this, man. Everybody knows, everybody watching. We have been I have been waiting for this game for the longest time. I played it when it was on Xbox. I was the only reason why I got the Xbox at that time because this game dropped. I put hours and hours on end going from light to dark, coming up with different scenarios. And just to find out that this thing has been canceled or it's been shelved indefinitely right now because of differences that they actually have. They're talking about problems with the programmers and I don't know, just so much stuff that's going on right now. And I'm like, yo, when you come out doing a huge event and this is like a feature trailer, bro, that is people were just literally. What's up?
Time out. We have breaking news.
What's up?
Really breaking news. Cece, congratulations on your order of the Hot Toys Darth Vader, man.
What? Right.
Yo, good job.
Wait.
I muted my mic so you couldn't hear me typing.
Wait.
Check the chat. Check the chat, man. Check the chat.
Wait. So hold up. So guys, we're gonna go over here to this real quick. We're gonna go over here to this real quick. And I'm glad this is a nice segue because my heart was just kind of hurting a little bit. But look what CC did. Everybody out there, you see it here first. Yo, CC
this will be a day long remembered.
A day long remembered. This is CC's very first hot toy figure. Literally, everybody out there, give CC hashtag CC the Great. CC is basically going out here and going, yo, I'm proud of you. And she got the deluxe version. CC, come on. See? And you tried to be sneaky about it and didn't think anybody's going to pull this up.
It only took a few years, but yeah, I finally got chipped away long enough. But I don't know about a second one.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like famous last words, but
congrats. Look at that. CC, somebody said hashtag CC the GOAT.
If you would join us.
Hashtag CC the Great. We got hashtag CC3PO the Great. Oh man.
There you go, man. This is gonna make headlines tomorrow morning, man. Watch.
Yeah, CC for the reals. Okay. See, CC, good job.
Darth CC, look at that.
Darth CC.
For real.
See, I mean, it's a great day.
CC, you guys doing Rogue 16 tomorrow?
You know what? I'm not sure. I think Steve might be busy, and it's a disaster if anyone but Steve runs it. No offense to Matt, Chris, and
Matt.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if we're doing group therapy tomorrow, but if we don't, I might see. I am long overdue for an art print show, so I'm going to try to talk to the guys if we don't do group therapy about maybe doing something else. But yeah,
I was going to say, because this would be an interesting conversation between y'all. I got to tune in and see what's, how this narrative is going to go.
Hell yeah. It'd definitely be an interesting conversation, and I'm all there for it because yes, CC just ordered like that right there. Yes, And that's how we're going to end the show. I'm not going back to talk about that game. I'm not doing it because it's going to upset me even more. Yes, there have been some delays in that game. When we get further information about it, we will talk about it. Right now, I'm pissed. I am upset because I've been waiting for that game. That was the only reason why I've been polishing off my PS5, and now we got the delay, and we got to wait for it even longer. I am so upset. So, CC, thank you for helping us in this on a great note, because this right here means a lot. Yes, your first hot. How does it feel?
I mean, it feels good, but also I'm looking at I'm like, wait, October, 2020. Like,
Yep. And welcome.
But I mean,
welcome aboard.
Yeah,
I think I'll have the Mythos statue first, so that'll hold me over for a little bit.
Yeah.
Until this shows up.
Max, I'm right there with you. I bought the PS5 for the game. I'm pissed.
But I love how Lael is like, K.O.T.O.R, don't know her. Like, let's not talk about the game.
But anyway, now here's the thing, because now CC, me, myself, Mario, and we got to kind of coach you through this thing, because we
I know. I don't want to break it. I just like hearing
no, not even that.
The ratcheted joints and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you guys are gonna have to. It's gonna be very interesting when I open that thing up, because
exactly. But it's just like open up a brand new pair of sneakers. That brand new figure smell is unbelievable. Like literally, it's the best. It literally feels so good. But here's the thing, CC. Keep that in mind, that you looked at that date, and that is subject to change.
Oh, I know. I hear about it. Oh, it's probably gonna get delayed and all that good stuff. But
oh my God. But at least ordering it through Sideshow is in good hands. If anything happens, you know that they'll take care of you. So glad you did it that way, because I'm kind of myself. I'm with you, Mario. I'm kind of done, unless there's a deal and I know the figure's already out and I can get it. If something's I'm just kind of ordering over in Hong Kong or overseas, bro. I'm over it. I just you're spending a whole bunch of money and it's not really secured and you don't know what's going to happen. So I'm kind of done with that. So. CC, great job.
With me, like, this might be sharing too much, but like, I forget that I order shit. So like, I like
so
just
be like a fart in the wind come tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I like going into Sideshow and just seeing my orders and like payment plans and all that kind of stuff, and not having to worry about anything like that. Because I think I have a lot of CGCs that should be shipping soon, actually, like 9.8s that I pre-ordered a while ago.
Ooh.
And I just got an email today that, like, after many delays and stuff like that, they're working on shipping some orders out. So I'll probably get, hopefully soon-ish, I'll start getting some of those in. But what's funny is there's one Mando #1, like a retailer incentive variant that I ordered through someone else, because I wasn't sure if the company I've been ordering from was going to get it. So that's the kind of stuff where I'm like, don't forget about that one. Like, I gotta remember that.
Hey, CC, hey, you know what's? I'm looking at this right here, and how you blocked out everything. You did it so neat. I never do. I scribble over my shit. Like, I scribble. I use like the phone, and I start just blacking everything out, and it just looks that way. But yours looks so neat.
I mean, I'm kind of OCD, but I have in a pinch. I've done that too, where it's like frenzies, where it's like
it's like just do it like that, right?
My legal name is not CC3PO, so that's why I did that. And also, I didn't want, not that I think anyone's gonna be like dropping weird emails in my inbox. Like, I get enough spam messages, so
got you. That's true. That's true. So I mean, look what a show we got. CC3PO ordered this figure. We got with the That's like if you're getting off a plane, it's like
Yep.
Remember the Old Spice commercials?
Yeah.
I'm on a horse.
Hello.
She's Yo, great show, everybody. Everybody out there, thank you for tuning in, man. It's been a great show, great conversations, all of it. We talk about Star Wars. This is the type of environment it should be. All fun. I mean, everything happens. We get blessed and spread that joy. We get to talk about the things we want to talk about. The Star Wars community is great. Cece, what you got going on? What you got coming up?
I'm trying to think. So we might have a show tomorrow if it's group therapy or something else. I'm not sure. And then lately I have been like assuming I'm not like falling asleep early because again I was just working way too many hours. I've been on Collecting Weekly on After Dark, which is kind of funny because I don't collect Hot Toys, so After Dark tends to be like what's going on in our lives, like funny things we've seen online or like things we've read or what movies we watch, and so that could be fun. So I've been on there like Wednesday nights. It's I think 11:30 Eastern Standard Time is when that starts tomorrow. And then of course here Thursday nights.
Yes.
I think we're doing bi-weekly, right?
Yeah, bi-weekly.
We're bi-weekly.
Mario's show, Mario's channel the week after next.
Okay. And then like every other Friday night would be group therapy. So might have it tomorrow night. And then my print show, I try to do like every other Tuesday, but like just our lives have been crazy, like between me, Matt and Jason, who tend to do the print shows. But I'd like to do one about a lot of the prints that came out for San Diego Comic-Con, some more that I didn't cover in the last one. I've also bought some really, I got a print today actually from Gabs. He sent it to me from Poland because he's from Poland.
Nice.
One that had sold out and he happened to have 2 test prints. And I was like, I get one of those. And so I think he shipped it Monday and I just got it today. So
nice.
I'm really, really thrilled about that one. It's not Star Wars, it's Batman, but it's gorgeous. It's stunning. It took my breath away.
You invigorated my love for Batman because I just been Batmaned out like lately, like straight up. So.
It's funny you say that with the Tumblr because there's someone who I could probably send you the photos if I'm honest, because I think I saved them. They have all of the. So he has the 89 Batmobile, the Tumblr. And then I think he's got 2 other ones. I just can't remember what the 2 other ones are. But he displayed them with the respective Batmobile art prints by an artist named Craig Drake.
Oh, really?
And he posted photos of like how he has them set up and was asking people like, should I move stuff around? And I was like, don't you fucking dare move those it looks incredible. So if you need ideas for yours, it'd be interesting because yours is going to be kind of like in the middle of the room, it sounds like. But I'm going to be hitting you up with some Batman prints I like.
Yeah, do that because like I said, I literally have to create the biggest display because having the Tumblr, the the Bat Pod, and definitely when they release that Selena Kyle re-release, I'll have that as well. I can't wait till they release the Batman Begins figure. So I'll have that. And because also CC, that SDCC did release the 89 Keaton Batman. There's going to be a re-release on that one too. So it's a lot being filtered down there. So I'm definitely excited about that. Plus, I'm so glad that they released the 89 Keaton because Mario's always flexing because he has like the original OGs and he always flexing them, man. I'm like, I got to get him back somehow. It's not going to work. But I have to get him back.
It ain't the pre-order ain't dropped yet, bro. Don't get your hopes up. They didn't drop anything yet. They just said, hey, we got this. Something might come out. Something might not come out. So come on now. You can stop that. There you go.
You just doused the flames on my. You just put water on my flames, bro.
Bro, I don't want to get your hopes up for you to be let down, man. I'm just trying to tell you how it is, bro. Just because I care about you, man. You're my boy, so
true. This is true. This is true. It's fucked up, but this is definitely true. Anyway, if y'all haven't already, please follow CC3PO and Rogue 16 in YouTube and IG. Come on, man. You already know what it is. All day, every day, good content over there. Speaking of which, on the show, officially, we have to say congratulations to as her channel, she's reached 1,000 subscribers. Yes, she has.
Amazing, so great job.
That's
amazing job.
That's why her hair is blowing in the wind. It actually
yes, it's blowing in the wind because she basically hit 1,000 subscribers. So everybody out there, say congrats to because her channel has hit 1,000 subscribers. That monetization is there. Come on, let's go.
Thank you, everybody. Everybody on the panel, of course, and everybody in the chat, and everybody who's not here but is going to be watching this later on. Thank you so much for the support. Yes. I couldn't have done it without any of you, and I'm here because I enjoy the company here and the panel and in the chat so much. This whole community means so much to me. It's just such a pleasure to even hang out with everybody like this. It's wonderful. We're living our dreams here.
Hell yeah. We are definitely living our dreams, and it's a great time to be alive. So it is so exciting. Anyway, what do you have coming up on your channel?
Well, okay, guys, you know, my channel is called Positive Fandom on YouTube, on Twitch, and on Odyssey. So you can follow me on any one of those 3 platforms. Tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern, you can find me streaming with Midnight's Edge with Tom and Andre. And of course, on Fridays and Saturday nights, sometimes you can find me streaming with Lael and Robert Meyer Burnett on the PGS on our show, Midnight Musings. On Sunday mornings at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can find me on my Sunday brunch show. Guys, we do all the parlay and the fandom. We also invite other creators to come on the show and to promote what they're doing. So please do check that out. On Monday nights, you can also find me on Toxic Femininity at 8 p.m., streaming with Lorraine Creole and Nina Infinity. Sometimes on Wednesdays and Thursdays, you can find me here on the 1/6 Scale Man Network on either Say What or Uncivilized Scoundrels.
Yes, yes.
And you can also find me on Thursdays at 5 p.m. on Lorraine Creole's channel on Twitch on our Toxic Male Appreciation Show, guys. So please do check it out.
Yeah, definitely. Come on. See, and that's now you'll see why the hair has been billowing so much, because big time other rumors right now. Exactly. And that's what it is all day, every day. Yo,
I'm sorry for getting you demonetized, man, but you got enough super chats, man, to make up for it.
we got
I still need those watch hours. So guys, please go on my channel, watch the videos. Yeah. I haven't posted half of the videos that I have made on my channel. So there's so much more content to come. I just got to put it up there and do it right and everything. But guys, I love you all for helping me and supporting me. And you guys are the best. This is the best community ever. Thank you so much for everything.
Heck yeah. All day, man. So good to have you here. Really quick, and if you haven't already, come on, man. You know how to follow her and get the great content on her channel all day. And this is why we're here, to support each other and make sure that we get, and give you the great content. You give us feedback, we give you great content. That's just how it is. So good to have you here, and great having you on the show today. Quick shout out to Ren's Talentino. Thank you guys for the love. Really appreciate you guguys. Lael, Jen Urso is coming soon.
Oh, all right. You want to talk about a flex right there, man?
Wonderful. I can't wait to see it.
Yo, right there. It's going right here. I might move this shit out the way. I'm gonna move all this shit out the way, and I'll put it right here with Jen somewhere down here, and I'm just gonna shift shit down there. Like that's just how it's gonna go. Like that's just how it's gonna happen. So yes, I am super duper excited. Mario, my guy, my brother, what you got going on, man? What's coming up next?
Hey, man, it's always a blast hanging out Thursday nights, man. And like you mentioned earlier, before in a couple of weeks, we'll be back on my channel for Uncivilized.
Hell yeah.
Don't know what the hell we're going to talk about, but I'm sure something will come up. Maybe we'll expand upon it a little bit more on this, on this, I don't know, game or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe not. I don't want to bring up any sore subject. But what's going on, man? I think Monday night I might be hanging out with Graham over there on the Jedi Nice Watch. We were talking about the idea of, he does this game, right, which is like a Hot Toys versus. Basically, he brings up this one or that one and why. You know, if you can only have one or whatever like that. So it's a fun back and forth, man. So we're talking about doing a full show for this. That'll be fun. And so I'm still working on this. Almost done. I brought home some more.
Done. This shit looks like
almost
it's
done
already.
You don't see anything below here, bro.
Oh,
you know, you see what I allow you to see, man. So you got more down. Yes, there's more down here. So yeah, as soon as I get that up and running, as soon as I get that done, then I'll go ahead and bust out this collection tour real quick. And yeah, man. So
definitely
looking forward to some more fun times with everybody else, man. And thank you everybody out in the chat for coming through and for the support. It's always a blast hanging out with everyone.
Definitely, man. It's so good to have you here as always. Every time we do this, we started this together. We're going to end it together, but we're going to be riding this train for a while. So it ain't going to end
for a while, man. It ain't going nowhere.
A long time. This shit ain't going nowhere, but it's fun definitely to do this, man. Everybody out there, if you haven't already, follow my guy, LBFS Short on IG and YouTube. Great content as always. Make sure you support. Thanks everybody out there for being here, man, and making this such a great show tonight. It has been so much fun. I ain't never laughed my ass off on a show like this much in a long time. We got to see some billowing. We got a figure ordered. Yes, that's what it is, man. All day, every day. Everybody out there, peace and love. Remember, be kind to everybody that you actually see. But most importantly, always, every day that you basically live, you want to do what? You want to stay strictly uncivilized. Let's go.
So uncivilized.